Greetings and salutations, this is Rick. I hope you're having a great day. Okay, I'm going to do this video where I'm going to get back involved with the Oculus Rift VR, and we're going to have another look at Japan. Now, it was Linda that got in touch with me via Facebook, and she asked me if I could go and have a look around the Geisha District in Higashiyama in Kanazawa. And after a lot of faffing around trying to actually find the place, I finally found it. So I'm literally just going to put on the headset. I'm going to be recording what I'm seeing in the headset. And then hopefully, once again, this is going to be a video where you guys can see everything I'm seeing. Now, I know exactly where the district is. I've had a quick look, but I've not really had a proper look around. So I'm hoping to do that now. So if I put this on, Google Earth is loaded up and is about ready to go. I don't know where we're starting today. We'll find out in a second. So we're in Geisha County in Montana, USA. And it's just a very, very mountainous region with some lakes, which looks really good. Now, you will notice that I'm in a seated position this time as opposed to last time where I was stood up. And that's basically because I had an inquiry from somebody who was disabled, and they were very interested in the technology and were keen to know whether this could be used in a seated position, particularly this Google Earth VR. And I would have to say yes. I'm sat here nice and comfortably, and I can still do everything that I need to do in order to get around. Now, basically there's like a little rotate button on the side, and if I just pull that button and just move the stick around, I actually rotate the world to wherever I need to be looking. So you can, because obviously if you sat down it's really difficult to sort of look behind you, but yeah, you can bring the world to you just by scrolling like so. So let's take off and we're going to fly. This never grows old. I feel like Superman flying. This is, yeah, every time, this just does not get old, feeling like you're Superman. Okay, so if I pull out from the Earth, I need to go off and find Japan. So let's pull right out, there's the globe. A friend of mine had a go on this not so long ago, and they actually ended up losing the Earth. We sort of ended up sort of like doing this, looking out to space. We couldn't find the Earth. It took us a while, but we found it in the end. But I think it was like beneath him, and no matter where he looked, he couldn't find it. It was quite funny. So right, let's go find Japan. It's a little bit difficult to find with all these clouds. I'm sure it's there somewhere. Right, there's Britain. So let's go across. So Japan is going to be around here somewhere. I think somewhere. Where am I looking? I've lost it. Canada. All right, I've gone too far. Okay. So Japan is going to be. Is that it? No. I need some labels. There we go. There's Japan. Okay. Now, originally I thought Kanazawa was a suburb of Kyoto, but it actually turns out it's actually a place in its own right, and there it is, Kanazawa. And the name of this place that we need to go to, I've got to find it now, is called, I'll see it, so, there we go, Higashiyama. So it's Higashiyama in Kanazawa, and there it is, and it's right in front of me, and hopefully you can, oh, it's not letting me move. Why is it not letting me move? My controller's given up. There we go. Okay. So if I zoom in there, now that looks like a little mini, to me it's like it's in 3D. It looks like I'm looking at a tiny little model village stuck on a wall. In fact, if I move even further forward, I can get quite a lot of detail. I can actually see the little cars and all the little rooftops and everything. That's just awesome. I don't know if you're, hopefully you're seeing this. This looks like if I blow on it, it feels like I'm blowing on the roofs. But these look like this really, really tiny little scale model. But it's obviously huge. So right, what I need to do is press the orientation button so that we go, oops, right, touch controller's battery is low. Oh, okay. I might have to change the battery at some point. Okay, so now we need to fly down into, I do believe this is the Geisha District. And I'm just going to have a little wander around. Got to find a little place to set down. Somewhere looking that looks a little bit interesting. This looks interesting. This street here looks like there's stuff going on. It's a nice wide street. So let's set down here. And let's go and have a little wander around what I do believe is the Geisha District in the Ishikawa Prefecture. So now rather than stick my head in this bubble, what I'm going to do is actually point the controller at the bubble, and that will permanently put me into street mode. So let's have a wander around. So that's looking one way, and that's looking the other. This way looks more interesting, lots of people. So we're now on this Japanese street, and I'm in Google Street View, and every time you see it whoosh, that's me pressing the trigger button. And so it's really, I think these are like old traditional style buildings, lots of wood everywhere. So that to me says that they're very old. I may be wrong on that. But you've got your traditional sliding doors everywhere. Just out of curiosity, if you're wondering about this this white line that you see, it's actually on the edge of my controller, and it means I can sort of point to things, and hopefully you can see that. You can see me pointing to the floor there. But yeah, let's move forward. But it actually feels like I'm here. It's just so brilliant. This. I don't think this technology is ever going to get old, or this experience is ever going to get old. So there's some people outside a restaurant or a tea room. Looks like they're just going in. And I'm assuming we're not on the Google car. I'm assuming we're on somebody's backpack, because sometimes Google use the car, and other times they strap this huge red camera to somebody's back on a big backpack, and they send them off walking down the little streets. And as I can get down this little street, I'm assuming this guy's with the backpack. But this looks like quite a, I'm guessing quite a touristy area. One thing I have come to know and notice about the streets of Japan is just how clean they are. There is not a drop of litter anywhere, which is really, really good. Oh, look. I see somebody. Is that a geisha girl? Actually, you don't call them geisha girl, do you? You call them. I read it. It's something san. You call them. But yeah, there's a girl dressed up in a geisha outfit. Looks like there's a fella with her in the same garb or traditional garb. I can't get any closer. So, oh, I wonder if we'll see more. So this is a tori, and I looked it up, and a tori marks the threshold between the mundane and the spiritual. So I'm assuming that is a shrine beyond there. So let's have a look down this street. It's quite a popular looking street, lots of people here. It's just so cool. This is so cool. It's like being there. I mean, obviously it's not being there. I'm sat in my living room, but it's the next best thing. And this is just so awesome. Oh look, you've got a nice little garden-y thing there. Not quite sure what that is. Look, what I love about these streets is all this greenery everywhere. I don't think people have like gardens, or maybe they've got little courtyards perhaps at the back of their properties, but everywhere you go, they put these pots out everywhere, which just gives the place a really nice feel. Nice little alley down there. Can't go down there. Another little shop. Looks like some sort of foodstuffs for sale. Can't quite make that out. this is, oh, it's right, it's Luz. So yeah, I bet this is like a touristy area. Let's move on. Yeah, look at these, all these sides of these buildings made out of wood. Everything's wood. That wood could seriously use some treatment on it. It's looking pretty weathered. Alright, let's go on. And everywhere you go, look, you got these same lanterns with the same pattern on them. So I don't know, it seems that all the business establishments have them. So, oh, we're in the Google car. I can see the reflection on the glass there. So, now, from the light in this photograph, I'm going to take a guess that we're quite early in the morning. Oh, I can't go any further forward. Oh, yes I can. Oh, I seem to have ended up somewhere. I think I was just around the corner further. I presume the car couldn't get down there. Okay, so not sure where we are, but we'll carry on wandering around. These big old buildings, that all that wood, everything made out of these huge great planks. But even the back streets, everything is spotless, but not a spot of litter anywhere. Oh right, okay. Is that street I walked down a minute ago? Or is this a different one? I think it's the same one, because there's those people. Yeah, that's that crowd of people. Okay, let's go to this crossroads and see if it's going to let me. I might be able to go there. Here we go. So right, there's back to the Luz again. Alright, let's go further on this way. So, can't go that way, so... Yeah, what I was saying, oh, there's a little tiny side street there. I like the tiny side streets. They always seem more interesting. Can I get there? Let's have a look. No, it's just brought me out the other side. Okay, I'm lost now. I'm not quite sure. This is the thing with Google Maps. If you can't quite get down a street, it'll sort of take you on to the next place. So, but I'll just carry on wandering around, see if we can get our bearings again. But yeah, going on. Maybe not so much this light, but the light from earlier, walking around the what I think is the Geisha District. It seemed like it was early in the morning, and I'm going to guess that early in the morning you're probably not going to see many geisha around. I'm assuming they're going to sort of come out sort of mid-afternoon towards the evening, because I think when they work in the evenings. That's purely a guess. But also if it's early in the morning, I'd imagine it takes them like hours and hours to put all their makeup and their clothes and everything on. So if this Google imagery was taken early in the morning, here we go, then, oops, I can go either way. Let's go this way. But yeah, if the Google this imagery was taken in the morning, chances are you're not going to see many geisha. Yeah, this has definitely got a touristy feel to it. You've got these rickshaw things. Lovely old building there. So I don't know if you're watching this, Linda, whether you recognise any of this. This is the area that you asked me to look around. I can't get outside that entrance. What I need really is your directions in my ear, so I can actually wander around at your. What I need to do is somehow live broadcast this, so you can actually give me directions live. So, oh, little side street down there. I wonder if it'll let me go there. Like I say, I always like the side streets. Oh, that's a big Jeep there. I like the little side streets. So let's go and have a look. Little shop here. Yeah, I looked at that big car because I always thought in Japan you've got restrictions on the size of the cars, and they all drive around in these little tiny vehicles. So I was quite surprised to see that Jeep there. Maybe it's just different, or different towns or different areas. Vending machines again. They love their vending machines in Japan. Some people. Is that a restaurant? One chat. Ooh, a Japanese post box. They paint theirs red like we do. That's cool. It looks very kind of shaped like a fire hydrant almost. Not, although fire hydrants aren't that big, but right, now do we... No, we can't go down there, so we'll move on. Yeah, I think in Japan, if you want to own a car, I think you have to be able to prove that you can house it. That you've actually got somewhere that it can... Oops, hello, where have we gone? Oh, my controller's just given up. Right, give me a second. I shall get a battery for my controller, and I will be back. Right, we're back in, and hopefully, oops, wrong controller. That one, yeah, we go. That's working now. So, where were we? I think I've taken a wrong turn. So we are on 1 Chrome Higashiyama Kanazawa Shi Ikishao. It's missing a bit of the address there. Okay, so let's have a quick look that way. Looks more interesting that way, so let's go back. And this is a street with lots of, look like tourists in again. So, right, we've got... Did we go past that shop a little while ago? I think we did. So I think, yeah, because I saw that. I think that Jeep's just down there, isn't it? If I remember rightly. So haven't seen any geisha yet, but actually no, this isn't. We haven't been down here before, or we might have been. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So there we go. I don't know if you can see that. There's the outline of a man. There's his head. There's his legs. And on his back, he's got a big backpack and a huge, great green camera. And that's so we're basically stood on this guy. You can see the outline of his head there. So he's walking this way, and so we're not on the Google car anymore. Love these old houses, these traditional style houses. Here's a long street. Just saw another street. No, it's gone. Okay. So this looks just like a regular, I'm assuming a regular residential area. And if I just go forward a little bit, if it will let me. Yeah, I think we're in a a regular residential area now. Let's see if we can get back to... Oh, there's a "You Are Here" sign here. Yeah, can I get closer to it? Let's have a look. No, it's not going to let me do it. I actually want to be close to that sign, but it overshoots each time, so it's just not close enough for me to read. But let's go up here and see what's what. There's looks like steps possibly going up to maybe a shrine up there. Can't get there. It's not letting me go. So, and this is like a little road. I think it's taking us up the hill out of town. That's a really steep hill. But I don't think that's taking us away from the Geisha District. I am curious though. Let's have a quick look up this hill. Let's have a little wander up. See if there's a view at the top. Give us an idea of where we are. Oh, it just goes on forever. Near some nice little houses though, sort of nestled in the trees there. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let's just fly back. Ooh. Okay, yeah, because we've come well out of the district now, so I need to get my bearings again. Let me just get some height and then turn around. I've lost where I am. I think it was down there. Let me just drag that back again. Right, there it is. Okay, Higashiyama. No, it was not Higashiyama. It was Higashiyama. No, it was Higashiyama. There we go. Geisha District. I take it that's it. There's no other Higashiyama district. These place names are quite confusing. Okay, so let's go back. So we know it's down there. So let's fly back down. So you can walk by the river if you want. And there's a big river here. Can you actually go up on the bridge? No, it can't. Oh, that's a nice wall. It's a very traditional looking wall. Let's go for a little walk alongside it. Is this just residential around here? I feel like such a tourist. This is great. But this is what I was talking about with Japan and the size restriction on the cars. They would drive these little cars. So I was surprised to find that that big Jeep. So obviously there's exceptions to the rules, assuming I've got the rules right. Okay, can't go there. I can go there. There's a skeleton of a motorbike there. And hello, I can hear my... Hey? For some reason I can hear my PlayStation. Don't know why that started up. Let's just turn the volume down. There we go. Okay, oh, let's go back on the street. So this is just so cool. I feel like I'm walking the streets. This I think it's a residential street here, in this little district of I keep forgetting the name of it. Terrible with names. But yeah, this is clearly like the backwaters of a residential area. See if I can sort of get to the Geisha District. Ah, this is where we were. This is where we were before I went up that hill. So we need to go back this way. And hello. Right, there's a shop there. Notice all the wiring everywhere. I notice this is all over Japan. Everywhere in Japan they have their electric cabling above the ground. Here in the UK, I think we put all our cables underground sort of back in the 70s. But I've always wondered why they have their cables up in the air. But then it occurred to me not so long ago, I'm assuming it's because of earthquakes. Because if your cables are underground and you have earthquakes, it's just going to be such a mess to clear them up, and it's going to be such an ordeal to repair them. Whereas if they're above you and they break, they're really simple to repair. Right, should we go this way? This looks pretty touristy. Yeah, I think that Jeep was down there, so we have been here before. There's people there with cameras pointing towards that street. So, I wonder if there's something interesting going on there. Oh, it's not going to let me go there. There we go. Right, we've been down this street before because there was that group of older folk at the end of it, wasn't there? So, this must be the bit we need to be in. So, oh no, we've been here. I remember I commented here about the lack of litter. So is that it? Have I seen the whole Geisha District now? I'm sure it must be bigger, but it's a lovely place. It's rather nice. Let's go for a wander somewhere where we know we haven't been. Look at this. I can't believe how tidy everything looks. There's shops, but the pictures aren't necessarily clear enough to see what's being sold. I think we've been down here, or maybe we haven't. Umbrella, anyone? Okay, there's a road we haven't been down, and that looks more residential. Let's have a quick look down there, because lots of people. I don't think we've been here. Yeah, I think if I went further up that street, I think I've walked up that area. So let's have a look. Let's go back where we were to this crossroady area, and let's have a look down here. Is this just residential again? Looks like is that a garage? Oh no, parking. Okay, this is parking. So I think this is just back end of maybe shops and things down here. Well, there are fronts of shops as well. Wow, look at that building. Got to take a look at that. Is that a shrine? Oops. Oh, that's annoying. It's not going to let me stand right outside of it. So I don't know what the difference is between a torii and one of these like little freestanding roofs. I don't know whether it's another version of a torii or something different. But I can't tell you what's behind it. I mean, it looks a little bit shriny, like the look of the gate and everything. So I'm going to guess that's a shrine behind there. Okay, so that way I'm pretty sure is not going to lead to anything. I think we're just sort of more residential possible areas. Yeah, it's all looking a bit residential here. So let's go back and to that crossroads and turn right here. Let's have a look down here. More parking, more people. So when there's people around, I guess there's something of interest going on. So we're going to cross the main road, and I have no idea. Looks like a policeman there, I'm assuming. Let's have a look. This looks more residential as well. Parking. Yeah, this is just a residential street. Although I kind of like wandering around these places as well, because I'm either just nosy or just, I don't know, it's what tourists do, I guess, isn't it? Okay, so this is all residential again. So we go back. Let's go down towards where the river is, which is this way. I think we're going to cross the river here. Yeah, there's the river. And I think we've been down there on that side of the river, so let's have a look down here. Is that Yasano River? It's not going to let me. There's a sign in the way. It just says Asano River, but I think maybe that begins with a Y, I'm guessing. Okay, so not sure where else I can go. I presume, I mean, this is a big town. If I just sort of take off and have a look. Yeah, we pretty much, well, actually that place seems bigger than the amount of streets we walked, but definitely didn't see any geisha, unless of course I'm in the wrong place, which is quite possible. I'm easily confused with these place names. Well, I think I've pretty much seen many of these streets, although there's some narrow little streets down there looking quite interesting. I wonder if I can land in this narrow little street here. See if it'll let me do it. No, I don't. Maybe. Let's have a quick look. No, it's quite a major street there. Okay, so the street view is not available for that little street. But there we go. That is, as far as I'm aware, and I could be completely wrong. I could be in completely the wrong place. But as far as I'm aware, that was the Geisha District in Kanazawa. So there we go, Linda. I have no idea whether that was in the right place or not. I hope it was useful to you. If it wasn't in the right place, let me know, and I'll see if I can find the actual right place. But it's notoriously difficult, unless, I mean, even if you've got an actual address, which I know you come up with an address for me, and I still couldn't find it. You are literally limited to the names that Google Maps gives you, but you can't pinpoint right down to an actual address. So it's all it's doing really is giving you like district names. But there we go. So yeah, so that was my little video in looking around the Geisha District in Kanazawa in Japan. So there we go. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.